Incoming transmission. Good morning, cadets, and welcome back to our Horizon Zero Dawn playthrough, where we're gonna continue our adventure and try to find more answer, which apparently is the Zero Dawn facility. And there's a lot of lore going on around. So we are in processing. Is this text log? Okay, which is make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, you regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are three options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. Number 1. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You'll be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communication with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or two persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Number 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you'll be confined indefinitely. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world. And death within 18 months due to the Thur plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Okay, number 3. Medical deletion, so to speak. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify the counselor when you're ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. So basically, not exactly a way out. Like to back up and go and live normally in the world. Well, until the Pharaoh plague comes and gets you. Okay, there is another one over here. Okay, counselor guidelines. Number 2. For debriefing after presentation 2. It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection. Validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation. Acknowledge that, while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Selbek's presentations as many times as they wish and allow access to supplemental articles GO1 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period, during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against her or his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision data corrupted. And we know what that means, because we read it back there. Okay, we do have a side room with more stuff. Audio log. Interview number 2 for Brad.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Well, he did succeed in a way. Now I wonder, the first ruins might have been some kind of Elysium as well. I mean, at the start of the game, that is. Anyhow, we have...
Alert. Medical wing inaccessible.
True, but... I see some stuff around here. Is that a... What's this? Stranded shackles. Okay. Can I see them? Yeah, I can give them to one of the merchants in Meridian, I guess. I thought maybe it was one of those power cores. Okay, but this is a dead end and nothing more. Okay, where are the other logs? Interview number 2, Ron Felder.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Oh, I wanted the 4th options, which was not available. Okay, Suzanne, interview number 2.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry.
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Oh well. So we have one that wanted to help, no, with no issues. One that said, well, I want to end it now, and you have the other one that tried to get out. Each, I guess, he got the middle option, you know, containment.
Intruder! Get her!
All right.
Whatever you
plan.
do, don't die now.
Alright, thank you for the vote of confidence. I can't take one up. Come on, headshots. There's one. Ow. Right. Okay, I do have plants around here that I can get.
What else you got? I'll survive!
Sure you will. But not for long. There's the second one. And I do have plants on this side, which I can get. Let me just
You'll
get
do.
this back. Nice, I can have 3 hard points.
Impale the enemy! May this
And bye bye. Thank you. Now, load time. Log, Tom Page, or
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
it's really interesting to see different choices that people made. You know? Crazy. It makes you wonder what would any of us do, you know, if we had these options presented to us. I don't know, man. Would you just, you know, give up? Just whatever? Or try to help. Okay, let's see
Zero
Christina's.
Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Yeah, and this is why I had a feeling that Zero Dawn was a preservation type of project. She says like, how is that fair? Why her? But yeah, to preserve. Right, Travis.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Okay, interesting way he put it, but sure, if that's what makes him
Power's down.
happy.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
Yeah, let me just get this stuff from people, and then now here comes the other level, or not? No, apparently not.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration. There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
That was a bit of advanced. Just wanted the
Hey.
log.
I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Interesting.
I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Do I need to find? Okay. Is that everything? So she said this is reversed. This is in normal, so it should be counter, left, up, that's good, another left, down and right.
Done. I
Perfect.
should check the door nearby.
what door nearby? Can I get through here or? Ah, okay. Hold up. There's another door. It's not the same one we came through though. Okay, we climb back up. Go through the vent. Meter.
Found one. Looks intact.
And there's actually stuff on this side. What else? You a health potion. Is that everything around here? It is.
That should do the trick. Now let's get
All
that door
right.
open.
Again, this is reverse. So let's assume it starts from here. Which means this should be down. Right. Up is good. No, wait, this is a left. This one is a right. Because everything is in reverse. And is this not right? So that's up. Should be down. Down, left, up, right, down.
That did it.
Perfect.
Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Nice, interesting puzzle. I'm tempted to enter with the heavy weapon. Not sure I'm gonna need it. Hey, think I might need.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Ah, really? And I can't. I don't know if he would have let me have the weapon though. Yeah, this is intense. All of the sudden. I don't think it's possible to get. One's down. Second one is down, and we're gonna stay like that. That's not exactly good. We have grenades. And you're gone. Perfect. Anyone else? Of course. More dropped in.
Haven't Haven't you got anything better to do?
A bit shot in the dark. But at least he's gone.
You cannot run from righteousness.
Okay, he managed to hit me, but I have...
Shadow take you.
Nope. Miss me with that. And you are here.
That's
Nice.
the last of them.
Only managed to get hit once.
H1 structural failure.
Or not.
Oh, great. Okay. You bring more. Bring more guys. You know what? Let's do this.
It's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Felt a bit like Rambo over there. You had potions. Freak. Could have used one of my potions. And not my medicinal herbs.
Got too much already.
Yep, for now. Alright, how are we? This way. Any way I can go up? It's just straight to here. I was looking for lore, which we have in this room. Good. Let's start with a text log called simulations result. Let me just select the other ones as well so I don't have the notification. And it goes like this. From Margot Shen to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional. They feel almost like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind. As though she's already mourning the loss, and not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. Margot. Well, she made really interesting designs. That's for sure.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. You probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Yeah, then. So that means it's not doing only the animals that we have right now in our present day, but also machines and robots that you could imagine. I'm just thinking, like, somebody for sure would have thought about a xenomorph machine, so imagine a metal face hugger coming at you. Actually, maybe not that pleasant. Anywho, back to more cheery thoughts. More lore. Full steam ahead. From Elizabeth Sobeck to Margot Shen. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point. The latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail. Consult with Iomid Okilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth. Right. Let's... Oh, holo projector.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably
Okay,
noticed
so
that
this
only
is the
about
same
a third of you
message,
are
but
robotics engineers.
with that. Okay.
The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of...
Okay, let's continue. So it stops. I thought maybe it would be something new, but it wasn't the case. Also, I'm wondering, I still need to find that core for the armory side quest. I wonder if it's gonna be here or somewhere else. You have...
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of
What
course,
happened?
the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
True, but I just saw the lore over here. Can I access it from this side? No, it does not let me. Oh, I'm on the top part.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobeck's office. But it's sealed off. There's
Of
got to be a
course.
way inside. More Eclipse.
Careful now.
Right, so that's the office. Yeah, I guess we're going on the catwalk and dropping down. Right? Or is there something I can do here before I advance? Yeah, seems like we need to go around. It's not exactly reaching her office right now. Let me guess, we're gonna drop down into an arena. Yep, there's a bunch of them. We do have more lore around here. All a projector over there.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Interesting. So is that...
Welcome to Apollo.
Okay, I just want to see if... not collectibles, data points... it does not appear here. Okay.
Of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations.
Let's read this one. Encapsulated DNA. From Samina Ebaji to Elizabeth Sobek. And the winner is Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solution. Magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300, 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold up the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at minus 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that I didn't factor in my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we'll be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. Is not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you. Samina. Right.
I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently,
Can I enter
I
here?
was director of the International Collective Memory
Apparently not.
Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge,
Right.
creative endeavor,
We have
and
one more log over here. That's
Apollo
that one. Apollo update. From Samina Ebaji to Elizabeth Sobek. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known. And as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science module are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, which attendant curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia persona. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professor had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Samina.
Therefore, the ultimate embodiment
Right.
of a lifelong passion.
Yes.
Albeit under the very worst
Arena, here we come.
circumstances imaginable.
Good night. Let's just tag them. And is anything else around here? Come on, jump. Thank you. Doesn't seem like it. There you go. Second one. Third one, I should be able to get you from here. Thank you. So far. Okay, how are we moving? Good night. There's the fourth one. We have 3 more around here. Oh, and there's a log up here. Sun and strike him. Good night.
I can see them.
Okay, I'm gonna climb back up again in just a second. Just wanted to get the loot and make sure this guy is not getting alerted. Okay, this is an audio log. Cool.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers,
It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Well, it got preserved, alright. I guess we only have this guy to deal with. Come on. Aloy, go up. Thank you.
That's the
And
last
good
of them.
night.
Alone once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
I mean, there's only one lore that already got it. Unless more of them will appear as I get close to it. Just trying to keep an eye on the UI up there. No, nothing is coming up. Waiting for scan. Nope. As well. Right. But I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. It's gonna be a bit more longer. A lot of lore. And yeah, we'll continue next time. Hopefully getting close to the end around here. But seems like it. I'm gonna be close to the end. If not, well, more lore. I don't mind. Anywho, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, guys. And I'll see you next time. But as always, don't forget to take care.